Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I am Mike, and this is a review, spoiler-free, of Godzilla X Kong: The Forest of the Majesty. It's one of the dumbest movie titles of all time. Can we just start there? Just why? Why do we have to do the whole Godzilla X? What does the X even mean? Just put an and? I don't know. A space? Godzilla and plus? I don't know, but it's dumb. It's really dumb. And New Empire is like the blandest name you can even think of. Like, welcome to. It's like when The Rock was like, the DC hierarchy will never be the same. It's like, okay, God bless. Can we just. It's a Godzilla movie. Godzilla and Kong team up. Buddy cop movie. I didn't feel that sensory at all in there. The whole buddy cop thing. Like, they fought together for like a minute, I guess. That's, I mean, it was longer than that, but you know what I'm saying. So let me just say, first off, how are you guys doing? I'm Mike. But no, let me just say first off that I thought not long ago that these movies were done for. I thought it was over with. I saw the trailer for this movie, and I says to myself, there's no way on planet Earth that people are going to continue to show up in the movie theater to watch this same movie over and over again. Because they've been doing it for so long with the MonsterVerse and all this. It's not pushing forward technically from a graphic standpoint. None of that stuff. There's just and the story's never been good. So it's just monsters go bang bang on screen, and at first I get that because I'm like, that's why I go watch the movies, because I'm like, oh, it's a new Godzilla movie. At first when we were getting them, and it was like, you got to go see the spectacle on the big screen. Godzilla, hell yeah, Godzilla's fun. I like the Godzilla movies, but that's where my head's at when I watch them. I'm like, I want to go see the spectacle of it all on the screen. But when they're doing the same stuff movie after movie, and it's just getting more cartoony, and I don't mean story-wise. Story-wise, cartoony's fine. It's Godzilla. Have fun with it. Take your shirt off. I don't care. But I love that. Let's go play in the sprinkler together. Just me and my grown man friends with Miller High Lifes, dancing in the sprinklers, laughing like children. I love it. I'm all about a good time. Ask your dad if he wants to come over. But what I'm saying is, visually, it's just not doing anything new. It's not a spectacle anymore. It's a cartoon. Like, I'm sure these effects, you have all this money and all this effects and all this stuff that go into these movies, and it just looks the exact same as the other ones, in my opinion. I don't know. You know, I'm going to save this whole thing. I'm going to table it to the end of the video, because for those of you who just clicked on this, like, I just wanted to know if the new Godzilla X Kong movie was any good, and what's this guy talking about? Let me just do that for you. I'll save that part of why I don't understand and why I'm clearly wrong. You're right. I'm not blaming you if you love these movies, but I'm clearly in the minority. I'm just going to give my piece at the end of this. But okay, so Godzilla X Kong, the new frozen empire. Beam shooting to the sky. God damn it. First thing I will say, if you like these movies, go see this movie. You're going to enjoy it. Because in my opinion, it's like 0.8% better than the last one that I saw. It's just more of the same. The exact same stuff is going on. Everything, same. Only this time, you know, they're zombies, but they run. You know, it's kind of like that. You will love this movie. It's the exact same. I thought it was a little bit better than the last couple ones I've seen. So first off, if you liked it, you're going to like this movie, I feel like. And I love Adam Wingard as a director. He did You're Next. He's done a bunch of cool horror stuff, and I really enjoy him as a director. You're Next, and obviously worked with Dan Stevens on The Guest, which is a super underrated movie. If you've never seen that, oh my God, you got to get on that shit. It's amazing. So I really like what Adam Wingard does. And I think the things that I liked about Godzilla X Kong, The New World, those little moments where something's just a little bit gnarlier than it had to be. Like, yeah, we're on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, but that guy I just saw him eat a man's ear over there. Like, that kind of thing. Those little moments of gnarliness in a fight scene, or like when Godzilla's like ripping someone apart or something like that, I get the sense, I can feel the horror background in those moments, and I do appreciate it for sure. Just moments that are a little bit more horrific and gonzo than, you know, your typical Transformers movie fare. And I can appreciate, for that, I'm glad that Adam Wingard's doing these movies, although I'd much rather have him doing like original horror, but I digress. Here we are. I fucking love Dan Stevens, by the way. As an actor, he's amazing. Awesome actor. Rebecca Hall is a super talented actress. And you know what? They could have been played by literally anyone else here. They are cardboard cutout characters that just exist as the archetype of what that person's supposed to be, and that's it. Like they're just shiny, pretty people put on screen to run around and do stuff. They try to do this whole emotional story with Rebecca Hall's character and the kid that she adopted, and honestly, like I was more concerned about whether the milk duds were stuck in my teeth or not. I don't eat milk duds. I don't know why I said that. I ate a protein bar and I smeared some of it on my shirt and didn't realize it. And I went out afterwards and it was embarrassing. I had chocolate, like the fat shit that I am. I had chocolate just smeared all over my hoodie. Anyways, my point is this. What was I talking about? Brian Tyree Henry is there. I don't know what he could have done with that dialogue. His character is supposed to be the Joe Pesci to Mel Gibson and Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon 3, right? He's the comedic complaining relief who's running through the film screaming and complaining, and it's just so lazy. I mean, maybe a couple, it's not his fault, I don't think. There was a couple of chuckles, I guess, from like his line delivery or whatever, but it's just, again, the most cardboard cutout, just generic shit ever. Like we get, oh, this is the funny guy, we can tell, and they're trying to do the whole Michael Bay thing. Like Michael Bay could make that work. I'm not talking about Transformers, I'm talking about like Jerry Bruckheimer, Michael Bay type shit. Like Armageddon was good partly just because it was funny. You know what I mean? Like if that movie took itself super seriously and had like one just total joke of a character and wasn't really funny and the writing wasn't sharp, nobody would go back and watch, Ben Affleck doing animal crackers on Liv Tyler's Tum Tum. There was a way that they did those things back in the day that they just don't do it now. This feels lazy for sure. But his character specifically, it's like, he's a blogger. And because they tell you 76 fucking times in the movie, I'm a blogger. Oh, I got a podcast. Oh, I got to do this. Just like we fucking get running through the woods. I got to blog this. Like we know you're the internet guy. Fuck. It's not that funny. Like, it's actually not funny at all. You're just a person. It's just so goddamn, just talk about AI. Like, oh no, Late Night with the Devil used AI. This was fucking written by AI. All these movies were written by AI. I know that they weren't, but they might as well fucking be. Anyways. And I will say this, though. While I'm sick to death of the Xbox 360 cutscene CG cartoon eye, and don't tell me that it can't be better because I just watched Godzilla -1, and I know they're not the same movie. That's like the big thing going around the internet right now. Oh, you can't compare the two movies. I mean, honestly, you can though, because if they can make that for $15 million or whatever it was, and it looks that good, and they actually can take a serious script and put it around a movie, you don't have to take everything that serious, right? But you can make it funny. You could write a funny script with entertaining characters and wrap that around this movie, and it changes the entire film. It changes everything. So why can't they do that? I'm not saying you have to be serious. You could be funny. Why can't you be fucking funny for once? Anyways, I did enjoy the fight scenes. I'll say that. Like, even though like 70% of them is like the exact same type of fighting crap we've seen before, just like big punches and swings and tail hits and fire breath and all that shit. Like it's most of the same shit we've seen before, but there's a little bit of extra choreography spice in this that I really appreciated. Some moments, some wrestling moves specifically, little moments that were pretty cool. So I dug the fight scenes. They're a little bit more violent than usual, and I can appreciate that for sure. And again, the effects as a whole, the CG was fine, is the same shit we've seen before, but you got the sense that this movie at moments, like with the music swells and stuff like that, they would either reveal a story point, like nobody gives a fuck, we'll get to that. They'll either reveal a story point or they'll show you like a new realm, a new world, or a new monster. It was cool when they showed the new monsters, but when they show you like a new realm or a new world or something like that, you get the sense that the movie thinks it's like showing you the first Avatar 3D screening of all time, and you're like, cool, it's a fucking Halo map. Like I've seen this shit before. It's not that special. Like it's a cartoon, man. So the movie thinks it's like really just rocking your world, and I'm just like, okay, plants, sunbeams, I don't know. Like again, like at this point, going to see a Godzilla movie on the big screen, I would just think that they'd be pushing the innovative needle forward on something. But it's not. They have to, I guess, hurry to make these films so fast. There's no time for any, to do any experimenting with anything. It's just the same shit. There is some, what I would normally call, I guess it is misplaced, but there's some weird 80s anesthetic and like analog 80s analog type of anesthetic at certain points in the beginning ish parts of this film that I really did appreciate. And there's some good songs in the film that match up, even though it's desperately trying to be like this whole Guardians of the Galaxy. Warner Brothers does this, especially with Dan Stevens' character. Oh my god, they like, this movie wanted Dan Stevens to be Peter Quill so fucking bad it could not taste it. It was awkward, to be honest with you. So now let's get into the bad. And I know what you're thinking, Mike, I thought we were talking about the bad this entire time. No, we weren't. We weren't talking about the bad. And I guess we've broached it, but like, honest to God, I could not give a flying fuck less about any of these characters or this side story or any of the stuff that we're doing here. And it's so fucking stupid how they treat the monsters in these movies. I mean, seriously, like the way that they talk about and look up at Kong and Godzilla, it's like they're little puppies or some shit. Meanwhile, Godzilla is stomping through, like, just murdering thousands of people all over the fucking place and all of our architecture and all of our shit. And they're like, oh, look, he's sleeping in the Coliseum. And it's like, we would literally be living in a fucking Mad Max shithole of a universe if this was a real situation. We wouldn't be like, oh, I hope the dinosaur's fucking tooth is okay. No, like, I know they're not dinosaurs, but like, they all look at them, they revere them so much and they love them, and it's like, my little pets. And I'm like, this is literally fucking up our entire universe right now. Like, I know they protect us from the really bad ones, but also, like, Godzilla is a fucking dick. Like, come on, he's just like, I'm just gonna sleep on some of your most famous architecture and shit. And also, like, I watched 10 million people die in this movie, but no one gives a fuck. Like, I get, like, I'm not a guy who's like, Superman can't kill, or like, but like, little shit like that doesn't bother me. But the way they just so egregiously are like, oh no, I might lose my stepdaughter, when you're like, 13,000 people just died 30 seconds ago. You should be giving CPR to someone right now. Not fucking having this conversation. It's just so outlandishly disparaging of human life in the dumbest of forms. And these old people are just like all happy and like cute and smiley and shit. And it's like, this is dumb as fuck. That's why, again, I'm saying, like, why do we do these cardboard cutout characters and we try to take them seriously? Like, I know Dan Stevens is supposed to be this silly, wacky vet guy, but it's not funny. Like, it's all about him. Like, we get it. You're beautiful. You're hilarious. You say shit that you think is really cunning and it's not. But it's not funny. Like, if you just put, like, I don't know, like a fucking Judd Apatow movie around these goddamn dinosaurs, maybe then the whole movie as a whole would be entertaining. But this shit is just so tired and old, and I could not give a fuck about any of these people. And then they show this kid plot in there. They shove that shit in there, and it's like, oh, who gives a fuck about, like, this? You're here to watch the monsters fight, and instead we're watching this boring ass story about this little girl who's leading these people to open the lines of fucking sky communicate. I don't fucking know. I don't care. I do not give a flying fuck. It is the boringest, most mundane bullshit. And I just don't know why people buy it anymore. I don't understand how people get such entertainment out of these movies. I said I was going to do this till the end, and now it's just the review. I'm sorry. It just leaks out of me, my confusion or whatever. So, and don't even get me started on that dumbass shit with the arm that you saw in the trailer. Like, the way they 23 skidooed that shit, like, what am I to you? Like, how stupid do you think I am? Like, are you doing airplane with my baby food while you're outside putting my dog down? How dumb do you think I am? Like, this is stupid as fuck. But apparently I'm the dumb one. I don't know. Because the movie's doing amazingly. It's got, like, it just did all this did crazy good previews. And I'm happy for the people that are happy. And let me just say first off, I am not putting my judgment on anyone who does enjoy this stuff. Once again, I'm very clearly the minority. I think this shit's fucking awful. I do. I'm not going to go see any more of them. Like, when I used to go see him, it was for the spectacle, and like there was a chance you saw something new. But now we are just literally doing the same shit over and over again, and making a cartoon, and people are eating it up, and it's the Transformers universe. It's Fast and the Furious, two franchises I also don't fucking understand. And I like dumb shit fucking movies. Like, I love Commando and shit like that. But to me, they had likable human characters in them, and these movies do not at all whatsoever. So there's nothing to give a fuck about at all. So, I mean, I can turn my brain off when I watch tons of fucking movies. It doesn't mean that they're not supposed to be good. Like, you can turn your brain off watching something dumb, fun, and entertaining. Independence Day. Would that have been nearly as good if it wasn't funny? Probably, because that movie fucking rules. But let's think of another example. These big, giant spectacle movies that are actually memorable, that you don't get meshed together. I can't tell these movies apart from one another. Someone asked me today, hey, how would you rank the MonsterVerse? Like, fuck, dude, I don't know. It's just a pudding at this point. I have no idea what's the difference is between the movies, other than a different character shows up in each one. I can't remember jack shit. John Goodman was in one at some point. I remember that. Bryan Cranston was in one. That was like the first one, right? That they started bringing him back. We should not be making excuses for them to deliver us movies where they can't at least get a fucking solid script down with characters who are actually likable and actually just do anything other than the generic ass Disney shit that's in a billion fucking movies already. Like, give us something to hold on to. Something funny, anything. God, please, I'm begging you. Fuck! I'm so sick of this standard shit. Just copy and paste in a bottle, slap it on the screen, and we're going, oh, he's so funny. He's not. That is the fucking, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. I just think that we should ask for more. I give Godzilla X Kong, the new Cuntosaurus, I give it a fucking 5.5. And for people who like it, you know, if I wasn't so just goddamn jaded with this type of shit, I'd probably give the movie like a 7 as far as those MonsterVerse movies go. But it's a 5.5 for me, and I'd like to apologize. I'd like to apologize for people who love this movie. I know I'm going to catch shit in this review, and that's okay. That's all right. Go on without me. You can still make it. That's fine. I know I'm going to catch shit for this, and but I'm being honest. This is just how I feel. And I don't judge anybody who can enjoy these movies. I enjoy some pretty stupid stuff. I will pop in John Leguizamo's The Pest right now and laugh my sick fucking ass off all day long and just have the best of times. I'll eat a chocolate sundae and sit crisscross applesauce and watch Ace Ventura 2. I don't give a fuck. It's not that I look down on people who enjoy it. I just don't understand it. And I think that we should be asking for a lot more out of these movies and out of movies in general these days. So that's kind of where I'm at. But I love you guys. And I hate to be a Debbie Downer, so I hope I hate to bum you out, dude. But yeah, if you like these movies, definitely go see it. And if you don't, there's nothing fucking new here. Save yourself. Save yourself. Cherish it. I look forward to the next Godzilla -1 movie. That fucking ruled. I hope that guy makes more movies. So here we are. I love your fucking faces. Next week, we got really fun shit coming out. We got The First Omen coming out. There is Monkey Man coming out. I'm getting my shit confused here. There's good shit coming out. Good shit coming to the channel. And, yeah. So, subscribe and shit.
Here comes that white-faced fucker, an asshole like no other. He's a big old piece of shit. Wants to stab your sister's tits cause he's a white-faced fucker. Loomis can't recover. Dr. Challenge drunk again, sleeping with your sister's friends.
Do you want to know about the darkness?
I said, goddamn.
God damn you, faggot!
Halloween never ends, suck my fucking dick, and I don't really care what Blumhouse fucking says. Put him in a box, or suck a fucking cock. You can say he's dead, but we all know he's not, yeah. So let's go trick-or-treating, let's go fucking drinking, let's all go rent Pumpkinhead on VHS.